Pepe coin holders? I've got a video for you guys. Today we're going to be talking about Pepe and are we bottoming out? I'm going to give you guys my opinion on where I think we're headed here and give you guys some insight into my thoughts on where the price could be head here in the short term, medium term, and even the potential long term. So without further ado, welcome back to the Crypto Report. I'm Blacksea. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Let's hop in this video. All right, guys, so we are looking at the Pepe coin price chart on the daily time frame. Still grinding and grinding and grinding on this bullish trend line, this yellow line that we've been trading on all the way back since the breakout, basically in November of 2023. So over almost 2 years, guys. Pretty incredible to see that. Maybe we see 3 years of that. Testing this trend? Probably not. We're probably going to see a bounce or a breakdown relatively soon, in my opinion. But as long as we are not seeing continued candle closures, daily candle closures below this bullish trend line, I would say that this is bullish posturing. We can wick down below to say about, what is this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zeros, 7997. We can wick to that. But I really do not want to be seeing candle closures. I do not want to see candle closures. But I will say, we are starting to see full candle bodies below this support line. You look at the weekly time frame as well. The weekly looks a little bit scary here. Now, this does not mean that it's all over for Pepe, that we're going to zero. No. Don't let people fearmonger you into selling your coins, but maybe you want to sell your coins. Everyone has their different strategy. I am a strictly trader. I like to swing trade a lot of these coins. The only thing that I really am long-term investing is Bitcoin, my friends. But I do think that there is potentially right now some great opportunities to maybe hedge against to the downside for Pepe here, especially if you're going to short against your spot positions. I think that if we see a little bit of a bounce here, like on the daily time frame, I'd really like, if we see a closure below this and we see a bounce and we come and test this, that would probably be a good shorting opportunity. And yes, we could break above it and you could get stopped out, but I will be looking for something like this to play out, especially if we're seeing these weekly candle closures below this trend line. And if you guys do want to take advantage of this crazy volatility that is inevitably going to be coming very soon, check out in the description box below or the pinned comment down below. Sign up to Bloaf and you get a $5,000 sign-in bonus, guys, as well as there is a trading competition going on right now. It is a $5.6 million prize pool, and if you sign up using the link down below, you become a part of my team, and the more trading volume we trade, the higher likelihood that we will split that $5.6 million in prize pool. So pretty cool. And I do think that right now is probably a very good time to be high leverage scalping. Not anything long term. I would say very tight stop losses because we really need to see this price action play out. You look at Pepe right now, and we are sitting at rank 30, down about 7.64% in the past 7 days, down about 4.3% in the past 24 hours. This has been such a brutal, whipsawy, chopping market lately for the altcoins specifically. Bitcoin's been doing it as well, but these alts are just getting taken for a ride. It has been absolutely insane. And I do think that we should expect this to play out. This is phase 3 of the crypto bull phase out of the 4-year cycle, and this is the time with the most volatility, the most trappy behavior, but probably with the most gains as well, guys, whether you're shorting or you're longing. The more volatility, the more profitable leverage trading is, in my opinion. So we look at Pepe, and we're sitting at basically $3.8 billion market cap. Like I said, we have been chopping and chopping and chopping. This support level is extremely important to me, and seeing a weekly candle closure below it is quite bearish, but I don't think that when you zoom out and you really look at this overall picture here, guys, we can break down below this and we can chop around. We can chop around for a significant amount of time. We could come down a little bit lower, but I am really leaning to the idea here that as long as Bitcoin trades nicely and we hold the overall trend, and yes, Bitcoin could come down further. We'll take a look at that shortly. But as long as we are maintaining the basic bull line trajectory for Bitcoin, I do think that maybe, just maybe, we do kick this can down the road and we don't see Pepe and all these other meme coins and true altcoin season happen till later in 2025. It was something that I was really rejecting that theory a couple of years ago, back when we first started, when we saw such a massive gain back in 2023, when we saw such a massive gain. I was saying, whoa, this is happening really quickly. And we saw such a huge rally pre-halving, in the pre-halving year. I was saying, man, I don't know if we're going to really go to the end of 2025, but seeing these massive corrections across the board when it comes to altcoins, you know, all it takes really is the Fed to come out and start to say, we're going to start quantitative easing, and all of a sudden start adding more liquidity to the market. Maybe the new U.S. admin starts to airdrop money to people. I've heard about like massive tax refunds potentially because of the IRS getting audited. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff in the air, but all it takes is something like that, and then bam, it's a very, very favorable environment for risk-on assets. So you look at the overall market right now, and we're sitting at $95,500 on Bitcoin. Bitcoin dominance, 60.32%. Guys, it's crazy because today I saw Ethereum rallying and everything else dumping. Pretty crazy to see that. The question is, do we see that continue? If we do, I'll tell you what, guys, that is a very, very good signal to see alts getting ready to make big moves. Seeing Bitcoin dominance trading at 60.32%. When you exclude stablecoins, we're basically at 62.3%. And I'll be honest, guys, Bitcoin dominance has been taking us for a ride. And really, you look at it, and I was saying the other day, we saw a little bit of a green dot here, and I was saying, okay, like we could probably see a trigger wave. It's kind of bullish for Bitcoin dominance, and we should probably be seeing it move to the upside. But I said, also look at this red dot. It's like a trigger wave to the downside, but it's more of a short term. And I said, I do think that the overall bullish trend on Bitcoin dominance will be stronger than the bearish trend right here on Market Cypher. But, you know, guys, we could come up here and test this level here, the breakdown of this 2-year-long rising wedge, and reject off of it and start to see altcoin season. We could see something like that play out. But as of right now, I am bullish on Bitcoin dominance. I've been saying this little area right here in between this blue line and this the breakdown point of the rising wedge between 59.94% and basically like 61.45%. When we're above 59%, really, when we're above like, we'll call it 60%. When we're above 60%, I'm long Bitcoin dominance. When we start to come down here and test this level and break below it, I am long altcoins, my friends. But I do want to say, follow me at 333blacksea on Twitter and Instagram. I'm very active on Twitter, but if you guys want to see some more content from me, follow me on Instagram. I say buy Bitcoin. Buy Bitcoin, because I'm going to be buying Bitcoin every single day for the rest of my life, regardless of price. Maybe until it gets to $1 million Bitcoin, maybe something like that. But that probably will be a few years from now, maybe 10 years, a decade, another decade. Let me know in the comments below, how long do you think it will be before Bitcoin reaches $1 million? Or if you think that that's impossible, let me know. But I'll adjust how much I'm buying each day depending on the risk metric for Bitcoin. The lower Bitcoin's down and what time it is during the cycle. You guys know I'm a swing trader at heart. I try to invest long term, but I love to take those profits when I see them. But you know, guys, looking at Bitcoin dominance, seeing it, it's bullish. I'm buying Bitcoin. It's bullish. And you look at Bitcoin. This really ties us into where Pepe's at here. I've been saying, you know, Pepe can break down. We can trade sideways for a multi-month sideways corrective period. But as long as Bitcoin is staying above, like, I mean, we could. I know this sounds absolutely insane, but we could break down to $70,000. That's possible. That is possible. I'm not going to say that there is a high probability of that happening while we're trading around this bullish trend line. And yeah, guys, we did just see a weekly candle closure below this. I did not want to see that. It's kind of turning into somewhat of like a pennant pattern. Maybe I'll look deeper into that, and I'll draw that in my video tomorrow. But it is shifting a little bit. But guys, we're consolidating. We are consolidating. But right now, yeah, we're seeing Market Cypher on the weekly time frame. We're coming below the 60 line. When you come below the 60 line, on the weekly time frame, I think that we're out of the bull zone. But now I do want to emphasize also when you look at the monthly time frame, yeah, we are still significantly in the bull zone. And the green dot here, we probably should be seeing another leg to the upside at some point. Like, I do not think that the top is in for Bitcoin, and thus, since the top is not in for Bitcoin, I do expect that Pepe does have another try to the upside. I do believe that, guys. Guys, if you like this type of content, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel right now. Check out Blowfin in the description box or the pinned comment down below. Join my trading competition. Join my team. Let's try to get as much trading volume as we can to have a take at that $5.6 million prize pool. It's insane. And the more we trade, the more likelihood that we will have access to that. So pretty cool. But that's all I got, guys. Be patient if you're holding Pepe. I think that we could break down a little bit. Maybe opening a little bit of a short hedge position is probably not a terrible idea. Now, it's not financial advice, but just my opinion. But I do think that Pepe probably will have another push to the upside at some point here in 2025. That's all I got for you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.